garden, a magical garden reaching for the stars. Guys, welcome back to the Astro live forecast for this week. Guys, it's a beautiful Sunday. I pray that everybody is well. Everybody is doing amazing. As for me, I am doing it what it do. I'm making it do what it do, okay? It is hot, okay? So you are going to hear my fan in the back. I do have the AC, but guys, we gotta make it happen. I'm a woman of a certain age, okay? Period. So right now we have a lot to discuss. There's a lot of exciting things that's going on. We have a slew of a bunch of excuse me, retrogrades going on as we speak. And believe it or not, even if you don't follow the Astro forecast, you don't follow astrology, I'm sure you do feel it in some way or the next. Anyway, so let's just get into it. The sun is now in Cancer. Shout out to all my Cancers out there, okay? Y'all are in full effect. Y'all doing your thing, okay? So happy birthday to all the Cancers out here, okay? And the moon is in Aquarius right now as we speak. Then the moon will be moving into Pisces. Then the moon will be moving into Aries Thursday, which is the 1st of July. When is the moon going into Pisces? I did not write the day down, guys, and I'm not going to get up. But why is it that... I think the moon is... Oh, and I'm on my phone. The moon is... Guys, I have to find out. Guys, I want to get up, but my book is over there. And you know what? This is why you should follow your intention. Because something told me not to put my ephemeris away. But anyway... The Pisces, okay, so it's going to be moving into Pisces. I want to say Monday. Is going to be moving into Pisces. And then the moon will be moving into Aries, which is Thursday, July 1st, okay? And then the North Node is in retrograde in Gemini. Then it will be going direct Friday, which is July 2nd. Mercury is in Gemini, Venus is in Leo, Mars is in Leo, Ceres is in Taurus, Jupiter is in retrograde in Pisces, okay? Saturn is in retrograde in Aquarius, Uranus is in Taurus, Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces, Pluto is in retrograde in Capricorn. We have a lot of retrogrades going on as we speak, guys. Like, guys, when Jupiter went into retrograde officially in Pisces, I was just like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, it hit me with like such inspiration and a ton of bricks, okay? Because with Neptune being in retrograde as well in Pisces, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to understand cosmically. Even for myself, these energies are extremely prevalent to our lives, guys. I notice even for myself that I have rearranged completely the way I eat. I feel so fucking good, guys, and I pray that y'all feel good too. Not only because this is my type of weather, it is nice and sunny and it's warm, because your girl thrives in the heat, okay? I digress, but at the same token, that's what this... I mean, it's like this Jupiter being in retrograde in Pisces. Pisces is already a spiritual sign. Pisces is already the sign that's going to have you thinking, going believe it or not, going into realms that you didn't even realize that you really needed to dive into, that you had actually pouring into you without you knowing. And that's usually how energy goes, right? A lot of times when we find ourselves in different realms in our lives, we actually been working towards that path way before that we were consciously aware of, right? So with Jupiter being in Pisces, Jupiter is the god of expansion, growth, big things happening, right? So of course it makes sense with it being in retrograde in Pisces, it's just like it's a plethora of downloads that you're gonna have, that you will be feeling, in my humble opinion. Okay, and with Neptune also being in retrograde in Pisces, okay, this is a lot. This is a time, guys, to really bask in this retrogrades that we have before us, along with this Pluto being in Capricorn. Again, Capricorn is the grandfather time. Pluto is all about life and rebirth, right? These energies that we have going on, that we are blessed to be in the season thereof, that we are blessed to be, a lot of people might say different. A lot of people poo-poo on the retrogrades. In the beginning of my studies, I don't want to, I kind of feel like I was following the trend of like, this is like early on when I first started studying astrology, and that goes for all of us. Usually, you bite on and you kind of like try to find your way in terms of what energy really matters to you, because when you follow and when you start to study astrology, the beauty in it is that it opens itself to you. It speaks to you in such a great, it speaks to you in such a magical, and I don't even know, even magical is not enough for me. It just is. The best way I can say is this: the sky opens up itself to you. You start to understand oneself. Basically, the study of astrology is to understand the path of understanding oneself, and understanding how can we go with the current and not against it. And with Jupiter being in Pisces in retrograde, this type of energy is a lot. This is a big event. We've been having, let's be honest, we've been having big events. We've been having big events. We've been having big events since last year. Okay, we've been having a lot of big events, a lot of loss, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, residual feelings that has never been worked on, a plethora of things. And what I was saying before in terms of like following, I'm gonna say follow, okay? That's the best word I could keep it real with y'all, in terms of like how I felt about the retrogrades, about like, oh my God. I remember it was a couple of years ago, it was like 2 years ago, I think Mercury is in retrograde, and my phone went haywire. Like, that was my first experience of that. Now, one could say it's a coincidence. One could say I did have the phone for a very long time, but she chose, okay, to say goodbye on a Mercury retrograde. So, and I remember, I remember feeling like, okay, really intense about the situation, feeling like, oh my God, like, oh my God, I now got to spend this money on this phone and this, that, and the third. But what I realized, I allowed myself to release and push into, I pushed into the fact that this is what was happening to me, just knowing that everything was going to work out, and so it was, and so it did. I was able to get a new phone like the next day or two, the next day it seems like, and before it completely died. And I was blessed to have resources that I was able to tap into to receive that. And what I realized from that day on, in terms of retrogrades, number one, not to, let me drink some water, guys, because I'm like all the whole time. Excuse me. Number one, not to begrudge what is in front of me, not to begrudge the things that's out of my hands, so to speak, right? Because a lot of times we are moving so fast, and when energy is telling you to move back, like, well, basically move back, dial back, slow down, release the things that no longer served you, we can actually fight against that, because we don't want to move back. We don't want to slow down. We want to move forward in our thoughts and our actions and so forth. But what I will say that I learned in terms of this retrograde events is that this is the time to allow yourself to marry where you are, marry the fact that you are in a space of slowing down, in a space of healing, if one will say. Okay, and that's what I'm getting, and that's what I learned for myself with these retrogrades. I just, okay, it's time to slow down. Today is Sunday. Sundays are usually the days where I'm the most slow. You know, I'm listen, I'm doing the things that I have to do. I usually have a set schedule of pretty a rough of the things that I need to be, that needs to get done. But by the time the weekend comes, because I'm really militant during the week on myself, because that's just my personality. I think that's my Virgo moon. Thank God. And by the time Friday comes, Saturday and Sunday, I'm usually taking care of in-house things, right? But by the time Sunday is here, I'm in the cocoon stage of rebirth, rejuvenating myself. I know I'm gonna go live with you guys, and I didn't set a time for a reason. My whole thing is this: I do play with the fact, especially more now than ever, to set a certain time to when I'm going to go live. But I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm not going to do that to myself, at least not, I don't know if I'm ever going to do that to myself. And that's the whole point of creating and being your own boss, because I came from that space where I had to, and I said to myself, when it's me doing it, I will create, I will put out what energy, what downloads I'm supposed to receive, I'm blessed to receive and give to you guys, because I always say my words fall on the right ears. The people that resonate with me always finds me, because I know on my end, I always resonate and find the people. I listen to videos that probably was like 3-4 years ago. So this is actually a give back. This is not so much of me like, oh my God, I'm just trying to like numbers and everything like that. It's not about that. This is actually a giving a gift going forward, because I truly believe the more that we all come together collectively and share what we know, we can come as a unit and actually spread love and unity within this world and receive healing. So with Jupiter being in Pisces, there's a lot of healing. I'm getting the word healing. Healing keep coming up. I don't know who needs to hear it, but allow yourself, what used to work no longer works. Okay? The things that is no more. Okay? We can think, we can pray, we can hope, but it's never coming back. The shit is not coming back, guys. Okay? I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's not coming back. You're in a different space, so you might as well slow down and get more acquainted of where you are in your life. For me, it's so crazy. My mother, I used to always say, oh my God, like when I would go through big milestones, I would just be like, oh my God, like so shook, like what the is going on? But I realized like these now, okay, I realized that skin has to be shed in order to receive growth. So I truly believe these, especially with Neptune being in retrograde in Pisces as well, it's all about digging deep, going back down, going deep in within your bag of tricks, okay? And letting go, shedding off that skin. Guys, these last past weeks, I've been saying, and I've been coming to you guys in terms of going back, of listening to people that study astrology in any shape or form. You're going to hear some shape or form of slowing down, allowing yourself. And it's true. It's true. Also, with Venus being in Leo, okay, fire. And it's so funny because usually, like when Gemini was when the sun was about to move into Cancer, that Cancer energy started peeking through. I'm gonna say around the 19th or so, maybe a little before, but really, I in my humble opinion, the 19th or so, because Cancer starts at June 21st. Now, the thing about it is, or 22nd. The thing about it is, with this Venus being in Leo, and then we have Mars also in Leo, and we have these retrogrades. It's like so much, like, what are you doing here already? Like, we just entered Cancer. Why we already like feeling Leo? Because here's the thing. When I was looking at the charts, and I was looking at the energies and where the planets were, I had an epiphany, which was, these planets appear to be moving slower, right? So the question is, are we moving slow, or are we moving faster? Because it's time is linear. Time is something that human beings, we created to be able to be affluent in the world. We did this so we can make sense of nonsense. So I mean, basically, we created time and space within our logical minds so we can know, so we were able to move and progress, right, in layman's terms. But the honest to God thing is, time is time. Like, you ever heard that expression, your time is not God's time, right? Because with this Leo, I'm like, because I was like, why am I feeling like I'm feeling more fire energy, and we are in what, and there's water, fire and water. I feel like there's a lot of things that needs to be like actually deactivated, quenched, so to speak. Lights out. No puns intended, but literally, because with the deep thinking, deep thought, you can get lost in the mirage of the past. You can get lost in the things that no longer serves you, and wanting to be as it is. It's like a relationship that abruptly ended, okay? You're like, fuck, like, I wasn't ready to let go of this relationship. Shit, I thought shit was good. Psych, okay? It wasn't. You were in a mirage. You were fooling yourself. Because if it ended, whether it's you that ended it or not, the shit was fucked up. Excuse my French. Because if it was all good, it would still be there. But there's a blessing about that. It's like, thank God, thank God somebody had the scruples to do the walk-in. Because I know for me, I am like a tooth. I will hold on, right? And I have broken up relationships, and I have gotten broken up with. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm glad for both, because each, okay, has elevated me into a higher space. Yeah, shit hurts in the beginning. It's a shock to your ego, because it's a loss. No one died, by the grace of God. When you either you get laid off, or a relationship ends, whether it's a intimate relationship, a friendship, you're like, damn, I wasn't ready to let go of this. Like, that's where the pain comes, because it bruises your ego, because you didn't get to say sayonara, right? But in actuality, you have been gifted. You have been gifted with the bootleg shit getting out the fuck your way. Because here's the thing. When you allow yourself this space to let go of what no longer serves you, you get to the root. You get to the root of why things hurt. You get to the root of why things are no longer working. I always say it's almost like there's no such thing as a failed anything, because there's so many great lessons. It's like, I'm going to speak for myself. For me, and the Saturn is in my sixth house, and I be having to learn some shit sometimes, okay? And the learning process is not cute. It's not cute. It's not cute at all, guys. But I will say this. Once it's learned, check. Never doing that again. I'm great at that. Like, I wish I could bring that to, I think I said that in one of my lives. I wish I could bring that to every point in my life. But I will say that once a lesson has been learned by your girl Liz, it has been learned, girl. Like, I'm a type of person, like, one minute I'm crying and the next day, or the next week or whatever, once I, dust myself off, you would have to question yourself if this was the same if this was the same person that a couple of days or a couple of weeks ago was crying or on her, like, on her last limb. I am like a phoenix, okay? And you are too. I share this with you guys because with these retrogrades, we got to be on point. We got to be on T-top shape. This is not the time, guys, to have a pity party. This is a time to focus and allow yourself the space to let go and to be revived. And it's so funny that I said about the phoenix, right? And then we have Venus and Leo. Venus, the goddess of love. She's the goddess of good luck. She, and then being in Leo's all about fire. Leos are extravagant, right? Even if they're feeling hurt, you will never know it. They never show it. Their game face is everything, okay? And with being in a space like that, you basically snatch your blessings out the sky. Because what you're saying to this energy is that, you know what? I had some shit I had to let go. I was feeling sorry for myself. I learned this lesson that I probably should have learned a long time ago. But hey, guess what? I'm here and I'm here for my blessings. And the universe loves that. Who doesn't love a winner? Who doesn't love a go-getter? Who doesn't love a person that can actually kick the dust off their heels and keep it moving? People usually hate on people like that because you know what? Everybody's ready for you to have this big pity party, fall on the floor so they can say, oh my God, poor you. Oh, I helped her. Oh, I helped him. Yeah, he was having a really hard time. Oh my God, you should have seen her, right? Period. We're not doing that shit, okay? We are abundant queens and kings, okay? And there's one more thing I want to talk to you about. Back into over. Okay, so, okay, yes. Taking out time for yourself. Guys, yesterday I had like the most amazing bubble bath, okay? I cleaned my house from head to toe yesterday. Didn't want to start off like that, but I got into the groove of things, and I love to like change. I'm sweating here. I love to change the energy of my place, and that's, I work a lot with energy, and I just like to start my week off fresh, right? In saying that, once I did that, I healed myself and I allowed myself to put in so much Epsom salt in that tub, and I had roses, it was beautiful, it was serene, had the wine going, and I was loving on myself. I was loving on myself. I was giving myself back the energy that I put out. I give myself back the energy in terms of even the way I cook, okay? Even into my culinary style. My mother would love that because she always said, Liz, cooking is an art. And I used to always, that's when I used to eat meat. No disrespect to anybody that eat meat. But boo, nobody trying to fight with that blood. Okay, so that was that. But when I, back in the day when I used to eat meat, now I know why I begrudge cooking. But before I knew that, I used to be like, I'm a pretty good cook. I can say that. I have to, not because anybody else told me. They have, but I have taste buds. I know when things taste good, and I know when things taste bad. I don't give a shit if I made it or not. Okay, so we're winning over here. But in saying that, I hated it. I hated to cook. I love to eat, but I hated to cook because the mediums that I was working with was not conducive to my inner being. But I didn't know that at the time. I just thought it was that I was lazy. I just didn't want to cook. I'd rather eat out all the time. And it wasn't that. It was that my spirit was going against what I was doing to feed my body. And I'm not saying if you, like, your choice, what you put on your plate, I'm not one of them people that judge people. of what they put on their plate, because it's your body. It's your life. But what I will say, and I'm speaking from personal experience, as I started taking different items off my plate, changed my life. Changed my life. Did I say change my life? Now I love to cook. I love to see the colors on my plate. I eat mostly a plant-based diet, and I love it. And it's not to say because I'm like, oh my god, it's just like I tried it, just like when I stopped eating meat and I seen the difference. Okay, I'm not saying I don't eat fish. It's rare, but you know, a girl every now and then. Okay, but for the most part, I love the different type of way of how I've been preparing my meals. I love the arrangement. I love the craft of putting it all together. I love the utensils that I'm using. I love when it's done. I love the placements in the different dishes, the bowls that I have set for each item. I love having the candle there and just having a feast right in front of me that I created with my own bare hands, and knowing that that love and that innocence, that life will be poured right back into my body. Okay, this is all a part of self-care, self-love, and definitely self-healing. And with these retrogrades being and so cumbersome and in a water sign, guys, basically put on your bathing suit, go to the beach, and submerge yourself in that water, so to speak. I haven't been to the beach yet, girl. She going, okay? Very soon, okay? But this is what I'm getting with this energy of being in these retrogrades, and with Pluto being in Capricorn and retrograde too. Like, you know, for the people that live in the northern hemisphere, it's all about nature right now. It's all about these nature vibes. Food is so vibrant. The trees look beautiful. The sun is radiant. I mean, I see why people move to different parts of the world where it's sunny all the time. Boo. I claim that for myself, because this cold is for the birds. Okay, some people like it, some people love it, some people love that snow. Okay, why am I pointing back there? Because I don't know who's back there, but I know I'm not back there. So anyway, guys, that is what I really have for you guys. I feel like I had so much more in terms of something else. Let me see. Oh yes, and then with the North Node being in retrograde, and then it's going direct. It's in retrograde in Gemini, and it's going direct this Friday, the 2nd of July. July is bringing a lot of great events, okay? July is coming with, you know, cleaning house. That's basically what I have to say about in terms of like this. I'm saying July. Well, yeah, July. I'm thinking Cancer, July, two different things, but it's the same thing. This energy is bringing clean your house. Don't get mad because you know, like how when you walk outside and you forget something and you got to dial back and go back and get it. Don't get mad because you have to spend that time doing that work, because before you know it, in a couple of months, we'll be back in September, October. I know in this September, the schools are going to be open full time again. A lot of the people, a lot of city workers are going back to work. It's gonna be a lot going on, guys, and things are moving fast and slow at the same goddamn time. I have to be honest. At one scale, it's moving slow, but then on the other half, it's moving fast. Like, guys, we're already in July. Like, I remember when it was just June 1st. How are we already approaching July 1st already, this coming week? Because everything is meeting. It's like as above, so below. As within, so without. If you want to know what your outer world is going to be like, I suggest you work on your inner world. If you want to know what your future is going to be like, I suggest to work on your here on now, on this earth right now. If you want something in your life, let's just say 5 years from now, I suggest you start today and live as it has already happened. Because trust me, when I tell you, cultivating the life that you want and you believe that you deserve in your life is not a dream, is not fake. It is work. I'm not going to even say it's hard work. It is work. It is diligence, but it comes from a self-respect. When you know where you are in your life and you know who you are in your life, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter, how people are viewing you today. Think about it. A lot of the people that you see on TV, the stars and stuff like that, they started somewhere. They didn't just wake up and say, and everybody was like, you know what, I believe in you from day one. Maybe some of them, but a lot of them did not. When you listen to their backstory, you get to hear a lot of things that we never knew, right? But it has been a lot of suffering, a lot of heartache and pain. And I'm not here to be a Debbie Downer of any sorts, but I will tell you to continue to fight the good fight, continue to believe in yourself, continue to give your whole space for yourself and give yourself time to heal, guys, because that's number one. Because shit ain't working if you're not working. You have to take care of yourself. And I swear that is such, to me, a lot of times it's such a hard thing, because I have so many other things that I'm doing, and then it's like, I gotta take care of me too. Shit, yeah. Because if you don't take care of you, then you can't take care of it. You can't take care of nothing. You can't do anything in life. You cannot progress. So I give thanks to these retrogrades. I give thanks to these energies that allows us to pull back and wire up. Because when you do that, you build strength and you build resistance. And being in a world now that everything is in a microwave, everybody want everything real fast. I mean, they want it as if, not even before, the old word was like, I want it as of yesterday. They want it as of last year. Okay, they don't even, I see a lot of my young people, especially, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault because, we have social media, showing all these different type of lives of how everybody supposedly has it together, right? Everybody don't have it together, guys. I mean, shoot, I know I have my own things that I'm constantly working on. This is a work in progress. When we came in these beautiful bodies, we came here to work. We came here to work. And anybody tell you anything different, anybody tells you that life is supposed to be hunky-dory and roses and beautiful petals every single day of your life, they're freaking lying to you. They're lying to you. That's a facade. Okay, that's a mirage. Okay, it's not happening. But what I will say is that life is beautiful. Life is its most precious when we do take time to realize it. When we take time, that's why, when it comes to, I know I keep bringing up food and stuff like that, but guys, it's really true. Like, when you take time to do certain things and you really put your all, my mom, my mom worked on that for so many years, and I know she heard me talking about it right now. She'd be like, thank God. Because I was always a person, I like to move fast. That's where I'm comfortable, moving fast. But I have learned over the years, especially along the last couple of years, at least the last 2 years, I'm going to be honest, when I couldn't move fast, okay, I was forced to move slow. And at first, I begrudged it. I was angry. I was disgusted with myself because why can't I? Why? But I realized there's a healing and there's a beauty of moving slow, going back, healing, getting stronger. That's why I love yoga so much. Yoga is not about moving fast, moving this way, moving that way and stuff like that. I remember when I first started practicing yoga. Again, I bought that same mindset. Oh, I want to learn how to do this. I want to know how to do this position. I want to learn how to do... Honey, first of all, okay, excuse me. There's certain positions that I probably will not ever get into. And I'm perfectly okay with that, okay? because I am grateful for what my body can do. Okay? You see these people and they are pretzels. Okay, they are putting themselves in positions that I didn't even know that was part of the human landscape, but apparently it can be. But when you think of when I started like looking at some of the people were always limber. Some of the people were born limber. Okay, some of the people been in gymnastics. Okay, some of the people been practicing for years at a time. So you mean to tell me you just coming in now on the mat and you think you're gonna get into what's that eagle pose? No. Okay, you can, if that's what you want to do. You can work on yourself in a position every day to obtain that. But for me, it's all about coming to the mat, coming back to myself, working on my breathing, slowing down, moving into my body. Okay, moving into my body instead of like running out, moving into myself. When I get on my mat, that is a space that is for me. That is a space for me to connect with my inner self. That is a space for me to heal myself. And with these retrogrades being in full effect, especially with this Jupiter in retrograde in Pisces, guys, light a candle, take a Sharpie, write it down. Write the things that you no longer want in your life. Write the things that you went through in your life. Be honest with yourself. No one has to ever read your thoughts. Those are your thoughts, but write them down. Get them out. Be honest with yourself. Be brutally honest with the things that you know that needs your assistance, needs your understanding, because once you do that, my friend, you allow yourself great prosperity and such a beautiful life. Guys, I love y'all so much. I really truly believe that we are all here for a reason, and I don't feel that any of this is taken lightly or should be taken lightly. When I come before, when it was put in my heart to come before you guys and to do these lives, it was also a space for me to give back to the community, because I know what astrology has done for me, is doing for me, and if I can motivate just one person to look at life in a different light, I have done my job. Because with everything that's being thrown in our faces, telling us that we are not worthy, we're not worth it, we're not good enough, it's bullshit. It is a lie so they can make money off of you, so they can capitalize on how you view life, because there's help when you do that. And now don't get me wrong, getting help, there's nothing wrong with it. I see a therapist myself. There's nothing wrong, because my mental health is always number one. It's always number one. And I will do all the things to maintain that. Okay? To maintain that, because I know who I am and I know what I have to offer. So I share this with you guys, and I am candid with you guys, because I want for you to live your best, higher life. I want to be part of your healing journey. This is what I'm here for. Guys, I love you so much. Happy Sunday. I want to say happy retrogrades, but dare I say, but happy retrogrades. Guys, I love you so much. Have a blessed and powerful week. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll be notified every time your girl goes live, upload a video. It's going to be so much more, but I digress right now. I love you so much. Stay blessed.